feel so low. I've been doing okay. How was your weekend?
We hired a laborer, and I do apologize. I looked at those emails.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
I'm not alone
That's
with
all
it.
right.
I'm easy peasy.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm not alone
That's
with
all
it.
right.
I'm easy peasy.
Oh, yeah, it's okay though.
Mr. Wiley gonna get writer's block in a minute. Look like that. He ain't getting arthritis.
Like a rock star.
When you're important, you gotta
Yeah,
do
you
that.
important
Yeah.
people.
You're important.
Just hope I don't have to pay for none of that.
Stop signing. Tell them I'm not signing no more. I'm ready for the day. I ain't tired.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Our Kenworth truck.
I'm better.
The
I
engine
feel
looks
better,
good.
but I'm
It's
still.
only got a hit at low water. But the rest of the engine look good. He said, just like brand new. So it's good news, but it's still gonna be a $15,000 credit.
Cause she didn't come today, but I know she was here.
Which truck?
It's that Kenworth, our low water. All the equipment on back and forth all the way. Yeah.
How old that thing is?
Oh, it's just,
Very proud.
98, 99. Still in good shape though.
Oh, no. Get your job on
You know, it
that.
doesn't pay to go buy another for 50,000. We only put about 250, 300 miles a month.
We gotta food.
No, it's a repair. It's, you know, we got
You got any budget?
yeah.
You're not
I have
paying.
it on my phone. She's
We'll let everybody know. But right now,
Yeah, you just let them know when
Okay.
you get your report.
yes,
Yeah,
I've got Mary
thank you.
coming home. She's probably in the morning. I had Fab Tech calling.
Games with me and all that.
Well.
Mary's coming in. That job back there, another job in Hamburg.
I had to put mine in a clip.
Hopefully that's ready in about another week.
What? Who did that? Yeah.
You went down drinking water?
He called me, he said, I met somebody that, he said, I don't know how he cut it.
You ain't putting it in the drop.
This man comes to me and starts talking to me, asking how I got shot.
Very similar.
He said, yeah, I told him. He said, man, he said, there's somebody else that got shot just like that. He said, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
I went to go see you. Did I told you I came by there to
Take stuff like
see how you were doing. And,
Yeah, repair bills coming in.
Gotta pay them. Gotta pay those. How did we ever get our,
everything came out. I'm glad you're doing good.
Oh, yeah, he done the weed.
Everybody starts off Mr. Parker.
ain't no women law on that? Lord have mercy.
Hey Travis, how you doing?
How are y'all doing today? Hey, you saw that letter Sunday? Hey, you know that to me. Oh, it is? Oh, really? So how long does that take? I don't know. Okay, I'll get there on this.
His name was Cody. Yeah, from there all the way back to the two.
It would be nice to get it all done at the same time. Whenever they were labels up.
Gerald Martin, across the line, sitting there.
Oh, Gerald, yeah, coming up his vegetables.
He gave me one.
Pray for East Week.
But we don't have any, I told him I didn't think.
Look over that while you sit and see if I missed any.
Yeah, that would take like spraying some oil or something on it.
Yeah, when all went to over $3 a gallon.
Yeah,
They cut
you
that
don't
out.
do that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And it comes down the drain.
Hey, John, I should really send you a text. They just need an address of that, where that well need to be.
Randy was there. Randy was there.
Services.
He talked to both, the ones that did.
So, well, that's what they need.
They just
You
said
let
that
them know what that
unless it's
is.
something that's blown out or some emergency, they now go and do it. I said, okay, this is cool.
Do it. Okay.
What about
All right, buddy.
I said, it's stuff that's dealing with some.
Hey,
I said, he's
Ted.
tax paper. He said, y'all, engineer Adam or whatever it is, because me and Juice figured it out. So I'm with Juice.
That's the only one here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now, what I want
I
you
don't
to
have an
do.
issue with it, but it's whether you allow it, you allow people to file love.
He said, the police.
Don't forget, Jessica's nervous.
That's removed the gutters, all that paint, chemical stand, 50 grand. That's not bad.
Yeah, but there's some other bids. Be careful. James came in and bid it. They don't close it tomorrow.
Why are we seeing this bid right now?
So I told him all kind of stairs. I said, I told him someone crashed across the world. Poor James. You don't see him down when it's cold?
It don't say in there. Big kid right here.
She's gonna talk about it.
Nonprofits, we need to do that.
We get all kinds of stuff, trying to get it all in order sometimes. This is the third meeting I had this weekend.
Everything will be hoarded.
That'll be right. How you doing on
I'm
what?
giving you this one, I'm giving him that.
Can't complain.
There you
I don't
go.
have them.
Hey, Craig.
See you again.
How are you? Good.
Bids, dang.
They come more than once a day.
That's the important
I'd
thing.
call the Avoyelles Parish Police Jury Committee meeting to order. Today's date's March 5th, 2026, at 4 o'clock. Please stand for the open prayer followed by the pledge. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to serve the people of Avoyelles Parish. Grant us wisdom, unity, and understanding in every decision we make today. May your peace guide our discussions, and may all that is done here bring honor to you and benefit our community. We ask all this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we got a lengthy one today, I would say. I'd like to start off by introducing Mr. Craig Foster, our newest appointee for District 6. So his first official act. I recognize him again to you tonight also. All right, we'll start with delegations. Ms. Pryor here. All right, Ms. Kitty Wynn.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Ms. Kenny, you have 3 minutes.
Okay, I'm Kitty Wynn. I am the director of the Central Louisiana Homeless Coalition in Alexandria. We are a day center where we provide showers, laundry, and all sorts of resources to the homeless population in Central Louisiana. We do not have a location in Avoyelles Parish, but our housing program does serve Avoyelles Parish. We actually can serve anybody that's homeless in the 8 parishes of Region 6. What I want to come and talk to you today about is our growing homeless population. We have a lot of clients that come from Avoyelles Parish in Alexandria, and I'm assuming that that is because the resources for homelessness are there. We also have over 4,000 people in our region that are in danger of becoming homeless any day. And it is a growing situation. We just finished our point-in-time count for HUD, which is literally where we go out and count the homeless on the street. And we did get some coverage in Avoyelles, Vernon, Winfield, Grant Parish, and others, but we weren't able to reach as many people as we'd hoped. A lot of things, one of the things that people don't understand about homelessness is, if y'all know somebody that's living in a camp that doesn't have running water and electricity, it's a family camp that now the kids are living in or something like that, a home, anything like that. If they do not have running water and electricity, they are considered homeless by HUD. So we may not be able to fix their problems, but we can also do outreach with them. We can connect them to resources that might be available to them. We do not have money for rental assistance or utilities. We get asked that all the time, and that is, people automatically assume because we're a housing program that we have those things available. Our funding primarily comes from HUD. We have 3 grants with HUD right now, which this year we're probably going to see a lot of changes coming down the pike. Our current grant season will not end until June of 2027. So we will continue as we are working right now. We have 13 slots in our current housing program. 8 of them are currently filled, but we also work directly with Hope House of Central Louisiana and Volunteers of America. We are what is considered a continuum of care with HUD. So that means that we all 3 work directly together with our referral process, and we all apply together for our HUD funding. Other than that, all of our monies come from local donation and in-kind donation from the community. We have several churches here in Avoyelles Parish that help us out with the needs for our clients. We provide everything that they need for their showers and laundry, so they don't have to pay for anything when they come to our center. We also offer them a place to get mail. If you don't have a mailing address, you can't get an ID, you can't get a job. So we offer that. We actually have over 100 people that get their mail at our facility. We serve 25 to 75 people a day, and in the summer, it's generally upwards of 78 to 80 people a day that come through our center. I wanted to bring you some information, and I brought several items for you to look at if you're interested. I'll leave those with Ms. Maria. She can give them to you. This is about our funding and more information about our programs. And some of our partner agencies do have other programs. Of course, Hope House is a 2-year transitional program for women and their children. So if you know somebody that might fit that bill that needs a place to go with their kids, we can help get them connected to Hope House and get them into the referral process. A lot of times we can supersede that process and get them in pretty quickly. VOA, Volunteers of America, has a permanent supportive housing program just like ours, and they also have a rapid rehousing program which can help with folks that are recently literally homeless, like they just got evicted or something to that effect. So we just want to make sure that everybody in the area is getting educated about what we do and what we don't do, because we tend to find that there is a lot of misinformation about the work that we do. But we do have an outreach team that will be coming to Avoyelles Parish periodically. So if any of you know of someone or have seen a place where someone is living that is not meant for human habitation, in a camp that's broken down, a tent, in a car, in an old camper RV somewhere, we can go and do outreach with them and see if we can help connect them to services. So if you can contact our agency and let us know where you've spotted that at, we can come and make sure that they get connected. Does anybody have any questions?
Anybody?
I could stand here all day and talk, so.
You don't want to stay here all day.
Okay, well, I don't either.
No, thanks for the information.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for the
Ms.
opportunity.
Lee. All right. We'll begin with committee reports. Financial report first, Secretary Treasurer.
Okay, everybody, I have the usual report. Ms. Ford, do you have it on the slide? Or no? Okay, so if y'all want to look on the slides here as we go, the first page is our revenue. If you look, we have a projection for actual to budgeted for the majority of our major funds. All of our funds are not included, but these are the major components of our general fund. The next slide is the expense side of these same accounts. And we're just beginning the year, so there's nothing that's going to be out of whack unless we have a catastrophe. So as far as that goes, we're okay. The next slide will be our cash balances. And it pretty much has been the same. There's no big fluctuations with any of it. CDs remain the same. I did take off the gaming revenue, but you can see our general fund is doing relatively well. So that's where we were with our cash. I'm not too good with public speaking, y'all, so I did make some notes just to give y'all some background of how things operate, what we receive. I'm seeing a lot on social media that's saying maybe if the people knew more how we receive money, things would be better. So I just kind of want to give you some figures that we have here. So for January, our sales tax collection, Road and Bridge received $134,992. Solid Waste received $404,976. And there's a hotel and motel tax, and that was $17,876. That goes directly to the Tourist Commission. We do not have any of that money. That's for tourism. Road and Bridge also receives a Parish Transportation Fund, and those monies are appropriated by legislature, and that's distributed on a per capita basis and population. And to date, we've received $47,041. For ad valorem in January, the general fund received $32,486. The library fund received $100,170. Drainage received $56,547. Health unit received $64,626. For February, the ad valorem estimation is $85,317. They are running behind with sending that. I spoke to them today. And for Road District 2, which we had a meeting earlier, their estimation is about $21,182. And just keep in mind that our ad valorem is front-loaded. That means the beginning of the year, that's when we get the bulk of the money. And everything else will trickle in smaller amounts, and that's basically from years prior to the year that we're in. And then there's some redemptions that come due. So when people say we are not financially sound as compared to our neighboring parishes, I just want everybody to be aware that we actually are a lot more sound than our neighboring St. Landry parish, who's expected to have a $4.5 million shortfall. And I'm pleased to say that we are in better standings, not picking at St. Landry, because that's a lot to overcome. So our roads may not be the best, but we do the best we can with what we have. And I appreciate working with each of you, Mr. Kevin, and all of these jurors, because I know each of you work really hard to do the best you can. And it's just unfortunate we just don't have any more money. We have what we have, and that's what we work with.
And isn't St. Landry a home rule charter?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And Point Capee, I checked on that, trying to compare to see where we are, and we're actually, they are also poverty stricken, but in terms of, finances, they, like us, they do the best they can.
Jamie, do you have an amount what we collected last year for city court fines?
I'm shooting from the hip, so don't hold me to this, about $55,000. And we pay about 92, and he's going down the budget, so.
All right, Mr. Benson.
And I want to say, Secretary Treasurer, you do a very good job.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think
Thank
we
you.
all echo that sentiment. Okay, any questions for Jamie? All right, here now we'll move on. Mr. Joey took ill. He called me, he can't be here, so we'll skip OSEP, go straight to road bridges, drainage for Mr. Portland.
Hello. Yeah, I can remember when one of our parishes to the south was $3.5 million in the red. Whenever not long after I started, and another parish where I own property shuts their motor graders down every year in October because they can't afford the fuel put in for the rest of the year.
Better not ever do that here.
And they've done it every year, and don't do it to get good to call on. They say, we'll be there in January.
Yeah.
They're real nice about it.
Yeah.
Well, in 1995, they couldn't pay the poolies yours over here.
So
All right, as long as we get our check, Mark. All right.
Of course, there was 15 of them.
On a little note from Joey's in, Sunday, we got, Jacob, started putting alerts out. We had a forest fire, which is something you don't hear much about in the Balls Parish. 100 acres, Joey. Jacob.
Well, I left at night, it was over 100 acres. We're probably 125 altogether.
And I talked to Joey about it today. He said it's still smoldering a little bit. He hoping the rains this weekend will put it out.
The forestry office came in and with 5 dozers and cut fire breaks
Right.
through the woods. And to my knowledge today, the fire is still retained and then the fire breaks.
That's what I was told. They had called us to go out with a dozer and cut fire breaks, and I said, I'm sorry, but we can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, our machines are not equipped for that. We don't have winches if we get stuck in a mud hole in front of the fire. And, as good operator as I am, I know nothing about cutting a fire break, how far, which way to go, or whatever. And, but the Forestry Service was there within an hour and a half when y'all called them. That's what they do, and they do a good job, so hopefully that stays contained.
Where was it?
Back in Hamburg.
Behind Hamburg on the Juneau, where the Juneau Zoo.
So hopefully that
used to be.
stays contained, and everything will be fine.
And I also, Kevin, before we on that subject, I applaud the fire departments from Simpsonport, Moorville, and Bartlesville that responded there quickly on their Sunday afternoon to help try to control the blaze.
Yeah. So on our end, I'll start with some solid waste stuff. Our white goods trailer should be here in 2 weeks. The man emailed me Tuesday. The green waste pit, we've been hauling a lot of material there. Dirt, trash, concrete, and green waste, and doing good on that. Gave Jacob an update today. We'll be meeting with a fence company tomorrow, somewhere around noon. I gotta go work on a buy in the morning. When I get off, I'll meet with the fence company, and then we'll. If y'all know any other fence companies in the parish, I mean, I only really know 2 that put up the 6-foot fences, but just send them to me so I can get some quotes on that. We're not putting up a whole lot of fence, but we're putting up some.
Who you got?
Avoyelles, and then
Lacombe?
Lacombe. Yeah.
The guy in DuPont also too.
Okay, just send me his information. We don't want to leave anybody out. But and also our camera company's supposed to meet with me tomorrow or Tuesday, because Monday I'm booked, on placement of cameras. Once we get the gates up, met with Clico, no problem on getting regular 110 electricity up front for the cameras, and if we ever have to have a little office for FEMA or something like that. The pump we're looking at putting into this pit is an electric pump, and it would really need 3-phase electricity. That's your cheapest operating pump. Would be a 3-phase electric pump versus diesel and man pump and everything else. So that company's supposed to come in next week, and we're going to run all the numbers on that. I've already met with Clico. They don't have a problem connected to the big major line that's right there, the transmission line. Hook up the same way Mansura has theirs hooked up. They can run right to the pump. It's not going to be a huge expense, you know. But those pumps, I'll put some in the Clico plants. We're probably looking at about 25, 30 grand. You know, diesel pump would be about the same thing. This could be an unmanned pump to pump it out. We've hauled some tires with our grab trucks and hauled some white goods with our grab trucks and waiting for this new trailer to come in. Our grab truck is back, our big one, working fine. All the repairs were done, all new turret system in it, and it was all under warranty. So we've had, along with the grab truck, which is a warranty item, we've had a few other repairs, which some grader repairs, and excavator repairs that was under warranty. But I was telling Mr. Darrell and Mr. Clyde, we might have some pretty good repair bills coming in. You know, we got our low boy truck that we having a blown head on it, crack head. We got a 20-foot trailer that new axles on it, but we had already bought them axles last year. And then we've had 2 dump trucks. That was just some repairs that Floyd couldn't do. So we put a feeler out to all the mechanics around and said, who can get to all this stuff first? And when we finally got one working on him, he was talking this. I said, you're not leaving until you get to all my equipment. We got to get this stuff going. And just about everything is fixed except the low boy and some kind of pressure switch, I think it is, on one of the 5-yard dump trucks. But everything's running good. I'm still having to hire out to move our big excavator. Fab Tech moved it for us last week, and then I've got Merrick coming in the morning to move it over to Hamburg. In our DEQ compliance, I've heard nothing more from our friends in Baton Rouge. Jamie, you heard it? You hadn't got anything?
She refuses to help me.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got the lawyer was supposed to send some paperwork, and Advanced Compliance was sending some paperwork to him. But I've been in touch with Advanced Environmental. We still have those 2 big tanks back there that the jury used to use, 2 big emulsion tanks. One of them is leaking. So we gotta clean that up again now. So, and I reminded them early last week, I said, y'all were supposed to get us prices to remove these 2 tanks. One of the big tanks is an old railroad tanker. We're gonna cut the ends off and use it for a cover. There'll have to be a short cover, but it'd be good for a cover. The other one just has to be completely taken out. So they're working to get us that, so we stay in compliance with that. We've had, I think on the agenda tonight, you'll have the phone bill from AT&T for Hesmer. We had another bill come in for Kelly DeLoach Road, where they said that we cut their phone pedestals. It was a $2,000 bill. After talking with them and going back and forth, they said, don't worry about it. Jury's not gonna be charged for that one. Because they couldn't prove to me that there was an actual pedestal there. When you look at the pictures, all you see was 2 pipes sticking out of the ground about 4 inches, but no shredded debris. I said, if one of my machines hits this, it's gonna throw stuff all over the place. Where's the debris? And the man said, well, I see your point. I understand. Don't worry about the bill. So we're okay on Kelly DeLoach, Jamie. Don't worry about that.
Okay, it's just the veto.
Just veto. Okay. Large drainage projects are still moving along really good. We finished up everything in Simpsport, Yellow Bayou, all those areas, down in that area, and moving the machine to Hamburg, and then it's going back to S&B, then from there it's going to Business Loop. We had new representative come in from our workers' comp GL company, and he rode with the crews for a day, checked our safety protocol, everything else, and basically gave us an excellent rating. Liked everything he's seen. The only thing he didn't see was the week before, my guys would jump in a trench, which is something we do all the time with a traco. You dig yourself out, then you have to get up all and spin yourself around and jump the trench, you know. And this operator has done it probably almost as many times as I have, but he fell in the trench. Yeah. I was in Simpsport. They called when it happened, didn't move it. I went and I got it out, and luckily the operator didn't get hurt, and the machine was very minimal damage. One little piece of panel, it's about this big, it's a bolt-on panel, you know. So we got lucky on it, and he got his head rocked a little bit, because the machine was sitting on its side. Yeah. But sometimes things happen. The beaver trappers from Iowa, y'all all know they went back home in the end of January, first part of February. We hired another man from Beldo. He's been doing very good, and we've been taking out all the dams that they trapped out. We'll see what happens on that right there. 2 more quick things. The Monroe Far Bridge project, they should be starting almost any day. I'll be meeting with the levee board down there next week to look at widening that ramp out at the approach to the bridge. And then the Spring Bayou Bridge in Gudo, I've got all the bridge ownership transfer paperwork for the maintenance right-of-way that I've got to get signed. We have 2 landowners on that, and I've already sent out letters to those landowners, and hopefully I'll be, within the next month or 2, I'll be getting signatures on those properties, so we can move forward with that project. Okay.
And Kevin, Rick, I guess the question also, on Bobby Gaspard, they don't know it yet?
No, it's still a planning stage.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing you've got let is Monroe Farm, and Spring Bayou and Gudo will be ready to let once we get the bridge ownership paperwork back and all signed. Nothing else is in the final phases.
So we should be building Spring Bayou for next year?
First to middle, yeah.
Did you say when Diamond B was gonna start on the Monroe Farm?
They hadn't told us, but it should be almost any day. They said March.
Yeah, well, we met with them in March, they told us.
Yeah, it should be real soon.
Is it?
Well, we in March.
March of 26?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the contract's all signed, so it's their bridge right now. You know, they own the bridge.
Quite a few people asking about it.
Anybody got anything else?
Thank you, Deb.
All right, thank you, Mr. Tim. All right, next up, Mr. McDaniel for comments.
Our permits for February, we had 301 total, 21 purchased, 62 rentals, 6 reconnects, which were from that, those tornadoes we had over the weekend. 20 new constructions, 2 new mobile homes, 2 swimming pools, 5 generators, 45 contractor renewals, 104 RV renewals, 8 demolitions, and 26 electrical permits. And our next planning commission meeting is March 25th. No questions?
Any questions, Ray?
How many demolitions?
8. Yeah.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Next up, Miss Candy, library. No, I'm sorry, Miss Danielle.
Tammy.
I always skip you. I must not like you, Dan.
Okay, so we're still
Taller
moving.
than the other one.
Yeah, we're still moving a little slow, pending funding. We have a total of 127 tenants. We have 1 new move-in, 1 that ported out to a different housing authority, 1 that transferred to a different unit, 8 recertifications, 5 interims. We still have 3 vouchers out, 0 expired vouchers. We've done 12 annual inspections, 2 initial inspections, and 0 move-outs.
This is Mr. Foster. He's going to
Hello.
be the chairman of the...
Yeah, he'd be
Hood.
new chairman.
Okay, oh, that's
Are
true.
you still going, updating the files and everything? You still working on it? How's that going?
I'm almost finished.
Okay.
So what I was doing was I was going for their annual recertification, I would go through the folders. So I started in April. I don't think we got audited back till May or June. And from then on, I started going through every file. So I have about a month or 2 left. Should be done.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. All right, Miss Candy.
Good afternoon. So I'm reporting on library activities from the past month of February till now. In terms of library card signups, we've had 30 new patrons sign up for library cards branch-wide. And to date, that's 14,295 card holders, meaning that's 37.5% of the parish population holding library cards. So that is a big deal. So checkouts, we had a total of 2,884 checkouts, both in terms of physical books and e-books and audiobooks. Interlibrary loans, we had a total of 43 books requested, and that is through the state library program Loan Shark, which really helps us out, and it helps us to, budget-wise, it helps us to be cost-effective. Any books that we don't have, we send a request out to other libraries in the state, and they provide them. Programs and community engagement, we had a total of 10 programs for the month of February, and the total number of attendees was 54. And coming soon, we have the Checkout State Parks program. In addition to our existing Checkout Louisiana Museum program, which allows free museum passes to participating museums throughout the state, Checkout State Parks will allow our patrons free access to participating state parks. They'll also be giving us what's called Go Packs. They'll have binoculars, maps for the state parks that, they visit, patrons visit. And again, like the Checkout Louisiana program, it's going to be free to our patrons. We also have coming soon is our summer reading program, which we're currently gearing up for. This year's theme is Plant a Seed, Read. And it's rooted in the concept of farm to table. A farm grows food that nourishes our bodies. A library grows ideas that nourishes our minds. So our ultimate goal for this year's summer reading program is to provide a context for exploring culture, history, science, health, and human connection. We've already started partnering with Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries, State Library as well, Checkout Louisiana, Checkout State Parks, as well as LSU Ag. So we're in, as well as performers that are around that theme of Tennessee Read. So we have some pretty big news coming for that. That we'll have more information coming next month in May as well. Facility maintenance. Right now, currently, Marksville Library headquarters is in the process of reviewing quotes for exterior repairs. I'm not asking the jury to vote on anything tonight, or it's not even on the agenda. I just wanted to let you guys know that these are the repairs that are needed for transparency. This was voted on our board, at our last board meeting in, January. So the Public Works Committee, and Ms. Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong, that will be submitted to the, police jury's, Public Works Committee, and you guys will decide, final.
I don't think it's gonna be to that degree because the first, I think your board's gonna decide, right?
That did follow up with them, and they, just to make sure, and I'll review my notes as well, they've already decided to go on, allow me to review and.
Go with the lowest?
Yeah, go with the lowest one, and, we, just to be on the safe side, we set it at 60,000. We didn't think it would cost $60,000, but you were.
So I think it's pretty cut in your eye as to who it is, so
Yes.
I'll
Yeah,
add
so-
it to the agenda for Tuesday to vote.
I would say yes. I just have one more person who's, I'm hoping they meet the deadline before, 4 p.m. tomorrow. And I talked to him,
Okay.
today, so he said he'll have it in, so then we'll
Let's
go on
just
with that.
wait.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Call me Monday.
Yes.
And we can just add it, since we already know pretty much.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And also too, the project at Simsport, the wall, white wall, is it getting repaired or?
I'm working through as, the most pressing to the least pressing.
Gotcha.
I got a full plate, so I'm trying to work my way through it. We did get our E-rate Category 2 services completed, branch-wide, so that means that we now have even faster internet, which I'm excited for. We are getting furniture and, meeting furniture, currently for Simsport, branch. And, some of our other, branches we're,
Okay.
Dayton,
Gotcha.
branch-wide.
Right.
Yeah, Miss Candy and Mr. Darrell, there's a quote for some reason for this, which I asked Miss Candy, you said the due date is tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't
And
even know.
the bid,
And that bid was supposed to come back to the committee, cause it was estimated to be over 50,000. Remember, Kev? I think we talked about that, right? Like a couple months ago, y'all said that it would go to the committee, right?
Well, we've been bringing the project oversight.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. But just what I have a little issue here is, this bid is from one of my constituents. Now, this bid is out to all the
Well, that's
jury
what-
and
why-
other people
that's
seeing
my
it.
concern. It
If
should be
this
sealed.
gets sent out to other guys out that are bidding, I mean, they can undercut this man, and that's not a fair and competitive bid process. I don't know why this bid was given to us. They should be all put under lock and key, and once the deadline is finished, then you open them on your own, look at the prices, score them, and move
I don't think
forward.
the first
So
one's
the
gonna be a
bids-
problem because there's no name on it anyway.
The bids are
I didn't
still
even
out.
know who it was.
Bidding is still going on?
I understand,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying,
But
Mr.
we
Clyde,
have-
is
we have one.
we already know a price of one of the vendors, right?
But-
If somebody would go give it to another person and say, hey, XYZ bid at X amount,
So
I
the
mean,
bidding is still going on?
yes, sir, it's not till tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm concerned, and it's, a constituent of Avoyelles Parish, it is a constituent of mine, but I just think it's
Yeah,
concerning.
I feel the same way as Mr. Frank. The guy could get this and beat it by $1 or a penny or whatever, you know?
Who has these documents?
Yeah, us. This is the first time I see it, so I'm sure it's the first time they see it.
I would know it's on,
You wanna pick them all
on
up?
record now.
Yeah.
I mean, not that
And I apologize, that was.
Yeah, this don't need
everybody
to,
wanna just put them here so she
put it up there, we'll turn that back in.
I
Everybody
don't
got
even know
one.
who one of them is. There's no
I think
name.
I did re-advertise it.
It wasn't put out as a bid to begin with, but I do agree that it
Oh,
should have been
quote.
held.
Yeah,
It's
just to
quotes.
get, to quote.
So it was
yeah.
never bidded?
No,
No,
sir,
no.
it was not, it wasn't enough to,
Was the bid
to
threshold?
be a bid.
The
It was just
threshold for
quotes.
$250,000 is the threshold for,
Public
public
works.
works.
That's correct.
We should not have gotten.
But I think what we passed to the police jury, right, was
It was
anything over
50.
50. And you said earlier, you estimated high side would be 60,000. So that met our threshold as far as the oversight committee.
So we had to
But
do a
I'm
bid.
just saying, like, for us to follow, and I'm just want a fair and competitive
And
bid.
that's
So
what
if you say
I was
60, if you
She
say-
estimated it at
if you
60.
estimated at 60, then you got a bid, right?
Yes, sir. I think that's what our rules, or what we've all understood, is what I understood too.
That was,
That
yeah,
it should be
adopted
bid.
And
locally.
then it goes to the committee, and the
Yes,
committee
sir.
opens
And the
bid.
committee opens the bids and then make a recommendation.
Yeah, you tell them to put in the sealed envelope Yeah.
So, what we gonna do?
Just put
If
them all
you,
in.
if you want to be fair and
Tomorrow.
fair,
What time?
I would say rebid it again. It gets 30 days, sealed bid, and it gets turned in on a date.
We can
And
have,
I put that on Jamie's public
I would agree.
website
would
to
agree.
Jamie, on BidSync or whatever, just to be fair to everyone in Avoyelles Parish.
Well, we could, have a project oversight committee meeting Tuesday, like we did last time, and open the bids in and have them,
Right.
okay?
Okay, so
Probably
what-
needed to keep, I would say, put it out for another
We're gonna
30
have to
days.
allow that.
You wanna extend it
Thursday night?
I would say
Redo it.
repost it.
I'll
Redo
redo
it.
it.
Yeah, I would,
So-
just
Yeah,
take the
redo it.
pressure off.
So that we don't have to do this again?
Okay.
So for
What I'm
Tuesday,
saying
do you think
before,
I need to put it on for a motion or just go ahead and issue?
Well, I know
Be
that.
transparent with the
Right.
jury about,
We
you know,
appreciate that, but we
everything
just,
that's going on.
okay. Yeah, so
We'll start,
you tell your, when's your next meeting with your board?
Mr. Dow, need a motion on that or what?
April 15th.
Nothing, we can make motion.
and we'll just put, I'll
There's no
put on
motions tonight,
that they have to be sealed and don't open them.
Okay,
Do
gotcha.
not open them, leave them sealed until
Okay.
you deliver them here and we'll take care of them.
Do we,
Yeah, and I did, I went back and I looked at it, and I was like.
Yeah,
oh,
no, it's.
Okay.
do we need,
Okay.
So,
Mr. President?
also, are we extending the timeline? Is that what the recommendation is from
Do
us?
we need to put it on the
We'll
agenda?
have to make a motion.
Yeah.
Do we need to put it on the agenda for Tuesday?
Yeah,
Make a motion to redo it?
yeah.
I would say to repost it, yes,
Repost
sir.
it, yeah.
We're gonna do that. That
Can we
might,
add that,
I
Ms. Jamie?
keep
That's
everything
fine.
legal.
And just get your, whoever, I don't even know the first one, there's no indication of who it is. You know who it is, you don't
Yeah.
have, don't say it.
Yes. Yeah.
And just
Just
the
contact
vendors
them.
also that send you in a bid, if you don't mind, the vendors that do send in bids up till tomorrow, notify them that we're
Sealed.
reposting again, so
Okay, I
that
sure
they
will.
know that they need to submit another bid in.
Okay.
And just tell them sealed
Sealed.
and marked.
Okay.
With
Kevin could always help you if you know, with something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to,
Jamie, you need to write some.
I'm gonna mark
Plan
it,
it.
I'll mark it.
Okay.
Yes, I just want to ask for a question. The Keep Louisiana Beautiful program, I believe is planning a week in April. They have a clean up week. And a lot of times, I think folks can get supplies from the library.
Yes, they sure can.
Are you prepared for this?
That's what we're currently gearing up this month for next month, and, I will be reaching out to the litter committee, and it's not for donations or anything, just, education-wise, so we can come together and maybe think about, you know, programming, just educating our parish, parish residents how to, you know.
Let's be on that soon. I'll get with you, I guess we'll probably call a meeting with you and Barry.
Yeah.
And,
I've already got a bunch of material.
and I know, I think Silverport's doing an event on the 18th. They're gonna do a cleanup day over there.
I've actually put us in for one too.
Yeah,
Put
my
the
goal is to
leisure
be,
on.
you know, to get more community involvement. I've even started reaching out to some of the schools. I haven't, you know, got any replies yet or callbacks yet, but, you know, I understand it's hard to sell the, you know, picking up trash.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, I thought it was worth it, you know, to try and get, you know, some extra help.
We'll probably do a meeting there next week. Get together.
Okay, sounds good to me.
And Candy, those bidders, make sure they know that it's all hardy board. Any lumber they take off, hardy board is gonna be replaced.
It's on there.
Yeah, it's on there. But, I will do that. I will follow up with, all of them tomorrow and let them know. I also wanted to let yours know on that second page of that handout that I gave y'all, it contains our March newsletter. Do my best to, you know, just parish-wide to let our jury know what's going on at our libraries, as well as our patrons. We have printouts available at each branch. Patrons can come in and get a copy. It's on our social media, our webpage, etc. So that was, just one of my examples of just how, you know, we're trying to outreach and make sure that everybody knows what's going on. Anybody have any other questions?
All right, thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
All right. Mr. Barry, litter abatement.
All right, good evening, everyone. So for the month of February, current litter investigations still open as 9. We had court last night. There were two 2 cases were dismissed, 2 people were fined, and 1 is still pending. We had total summons that were sent out for litter violations for the month of February was 14. That's basically stuff that I found with people's name on it, address, whatever. We certify, mail them a summons, we bring them into court, and then we try to find out what's going on, how their trash ended up there. Property standard cases, I had to change my numbers around a little bit. So in progress, we have 66. New cases, we have 4. Completed, which is to include the 2 that the police jury cleaned up. We still have 1 pending. It's 30. No contact was 1, 7 others. So total property standard complaints is 108. New certified letters sent out for property standards. I haven't sent any out this month for property standard stuff. Permit checks, I had 2. One was a demo questionable complaint. They were compliant, and the other one was a new construction metal building. They were also compliant. They had a permit. Surveillance sites. So I'm just working on getting the camera set back out, like I told y'all at the last meeting. You know, with it being winter time and not really having any vegetation to hide anything, and we're getting our trackers and stuff all updated and our software on our cameras. I went ahead and made a decision to pull them out so that we don't take a risk any cameras getting stolen. So I'm actually meeting with DEQ CID agent next week, and he and I are going to look at several sites, and he's actually loaning me some of DEQ's equipment. So we kind of working some partnership deals with Wildlife and Fisheries and DEQ to try to clean up some of these dump sites. Litter court, next one is 1 April in Hesmer at 6 o'clock. And then responded to numerous litter complaints throughout the parish. As usual, they come in pretty much every day from all areas of the parish. We're still working to revise some of our practices with the property standards. And then I had a couple of concerns down here. We corrected one of them earlier. It was a printer. We already got that taken care of. The second thing is at some point I need to have an internet ran to that office building. Because I'm using my phone, and what's happening is it's using too much data from it. I just need to, well, I guess we just need to tie into Joey's Ethernet port, just run a cable. I'll get with, I mean, if that's the procedure, I can get with it on one and fill out a help desk ticket.
Just put your little hotspot there?
I think we could just hard line into Joey's.
Yeah, you can run it back to the office, yeah.
Yeah, just pop a hole and go straight in through them. That way we hardwire it. Instead of having to pay an additional service for a hotspot.
While you're talking about property standards, March 17th will be our first quarter.
Yeah, we discussed it at the meeting earlier.
1:30.
Yeah, we discussed it earlier, give it the ADA, just some days give her. Oh,
that's your job.
Yeah.
I mean, we need somebody, you need somebody from the Justice of the Peace, you need somebody from the litter court.
Yeah.
What is that for?
For our property standards. People become.
Yeah, planning commission.
Their grievances, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Planning commission need.
I'll do ADA, make sure they's good with her.
If you can't find you a substitute, so I'm giving y'all time now. Let's don't wait till, and I usually send out a text, but you can do that now. And let's try to be here. We try to do it monthly. We're gonna do it quarterly, so I expect there's no excuse.
We're going to try to go back to monthly.
They wanna go back to monthly?
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, you know what happened last time. We'll try it. But the first one's gonna be March 17th, okay? Reach out to everybody, and that was a recommendation from y'all, the litter abatement committee?
Yeah.
Okay, send something out to ADA and.
Yeah.
Out of the folks that normally attend, can we urge again that the legal representation be there?
Yeah, that's what he was just
But
saying.
That's what we're
The
doing.
assistant DA.
Yeah, I'll give it to the ADA and see what day of the week to do with her, and maybe move to a different day of the week.
Well, the
Still
DA is
within
the
2
one that
o'clock?
set this date.
Yeah.
But it was a different person.
No, it was the DA.
The DA
It
did.
wasn't the ADA.
But I mean, it was based off of his schedule, wasn't it?
No,
Okay. So it may be the same.
so,
Well, it might
y'all
have
do
to
what you
be
want,
today.
y'all handle it. Okay?
It's still at 2?
1:30 is what they're normally, if you wanna change it, y'all work that out with them.
1:30.
But I'd emphasize if we, you know, we scheduled it for him and we had trouble getting him here. So,
The last thing I had for everyone, for the group, and for everyone in the room, so they just alluded to the Keep Louisiana Beautiful program every year, does Love the Boot Week. It's the 18th through the 26th of April. I'm going to do a video for Facebook and try to get it approved through the president before we post anything, but for kind of like a step-by-step of how the public can go out. And there's two things you can do. You can either go out and you can create your own event for your own district or your own neighborhood, or 5 people can go out, whatever. You can go on there and you can create your own event. I just did one for the police jury, and it's approved. So when you log into the KLB website and you click on the events tab and you search by parish, there's 3 in Avoyelles already. There's one in Simsport, one in Moorville, and the one that I did. I did a cleanup in Bayou de Glace, putting some boats in the bayou and try to clean up all the trash in the bayou. Moorville had the garden club and Simsport had something.
All through town, yeah.
So, but you can go in there if you just want to volunteer your time as an individual, and I'm just saying this because I want to get it out to the public. You can click volunteer, and you can volunteer for one of those events, and what it'll do, it'll bring up like mine. It has my email, and you'll click on my email. It'll send me an email, so I kind of have a head count the morning of the event of how many people to expect to be there. Plus, I know how many trash bags, how many little grabbers and stuff to try to give them this candy. So I'll be putting something out a little more formal. I just wanted to say that if you got anybody in your districts that are interested, you all do. Every district has somebody that they want to get out and help clean up. You can tell them they can just log on, or if they have trouble doing that, they get in touch with me. I can walk them through. A lot of them don't have computers or whatever. Get them.
we all can help you with that too.
What are the dates again you're doing that?
The 18th through the 26th. That's the dates that you can schedule an event for it to count for the Love the Boot Week. So part of the grant process with the cameras that we got, I had to do an event. The police jury had to do an event. Not that way I was going to do one anyway, but we met that requirement as well to get our money back for our cameras.
Yeah. And Barry, while we on that, Kevin did the trailer for the beautification committee. You have the trailer at the barn for the beautification committee. We approved last year, it's in the budget for the trailer. I think the 40's repaired, is it? That's it?
Oh, the one we talked about today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If possible,
Have that ready for the.
Have it ready. We could have the sign ready too. Then we do a rollout event that week for Love the Boot Week.
What is that again?
The 18th through the
18th, yeah.
26th. So the one that I picked, the event that I did for the police jury is on the 18th. It's a Saturday morning. The beat up point will be at the fire station in Borlonville. Point of contact is James Gaspar.
Normally, they just put everything on the areas, because there's always several areas that we just go with the grab and pick everything.
So that's what they'll do, yeah. We designated that for our event, it'll be.
Trailer ready, but I mean, normally it's several sites. Just take your grab truck and go pick them up, you know?
Like last year I had a request from Cottonport. I actually went out with my unit, with my trailer, and they just threw everything on it, and I brought everything to the barn.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a large amount of stuff.
Yeah, like Hesper normally brings it to the barn. One time Hesper put a pile out, we picked it up, then Springby picked up, and one place for one funky, they set up. Hey, tell them where the bags are at, we'll go pick them up the very next day.
And so as they scheduling these events too, I can see them, so I can reach out to the event coordinator and make sure that they're tracking.
Yeah.
That might kind of help things a little bit. So that everybody's not doing their own thing.
Yeah, fifth ward, we just threw them in my truck.
I just wanted to put that out, but like I said, we'll be putting something out a little more formal to try to get everybody, try to get as much, cooperation as we can.
Okay.
That's all I got. All right, thank you.
Thanks, sir. Now we go to the engineers of Delta, Mr. Gilry.
Good evening, jurors. Thank y'all for having me. My name is Jacob Gillery with Delta Engineering Group. Going to just report on the various things we got going on. Your LGAP and CWEP applications have been submitted. The LGAP was for some limestone, and the CWEP was for rehabbing a 100,000 gallon ground storage tank for Water Works District Number 1 in Barlonville. Those awards typically take about 6 months, so expect sometime in September, maybe to hear something back on those. We've also submitted your build grant. That was the $7 million roadway project. That's a federal grant. We're asking for some federal grant funding. That's for various roads throughout all your districts. And the expected award announcements that were that was listed in the notice of funding is no later than June 28th. So pretty quick turnaround on that. We'll let y'all know as soon as we hear something. Wanted to just give y'all an update on the Avoyelles Community Education Center because I know y'all have a project going on right there. Right now, the contractor's installing subsurface drainage, and our office is working with CLECO and the Evergreen Water System and Office of Juvenile Justice to secure servitudes for the water line and the electrical line that's going to serve both facilities for the school board and for the police jury. So that's on its way. We're working with them. Hopefully we'll close those up pretty soon. Road District 2, we've just met today. The road district had several roads they worked through and selected some roads based on the budget we have. Miss Jamie came and presented the account, what's left in the account and what we have available and what we're anticipated to receive in the next coming months. And we were able to come up with a good scope. So we'll start the design hopefully sometime in, I would hope that we're opening bids in June would be my estimate.
So do you vote Tuesday night to advertise for bids, or you wait till April to do it?
I really don't need y'all to vote to advertise for bids. I just need y'all to vote to award it. So if we can actually just move forward like we are. So I would just say we'll move forward with design, and then we'll advertise per public bid law. And whenever we receive the bids, y'all will be awarding the project. If y'all want to approve that, that's fine. It's not necessary. We haven't done it that way in the past as far as I know. Yeah, we got the budget.
So, no vote.
Okay. Okay, one other thing I wanted to touch on is we, in the past, maybe the last meeting or two ago, we talked about the CDBG clearance grant. And that's where we can go and demolish blighted homes and condemn them and then demolish them. Y'all are doing some of that now. And there's that grant opportunity that will, the application will be due in December. Well, we just received some bids on the Marksville's clearance grant, and just based on that, the numbers to do the work was a little lower than what we had anticipated. We've got an average demo cost of about $5,000 per structure if there was no asbestos in it. If there was asbestos, it was about $10,000 per structure. So, and there was a mix, about half and half. Half had asbestos, half didn't. So right now I'm saying probably around $7,500 per structure is a good number to estimate. And based on that, being that we can get from $150,000 to $750,000, if you go with the max, you could be looking at around 10, 11 structures per drawer. So when you start looking for structures, I'd say look for 10 to 15 structures per district. And, you know, all of them may not fit the project. So if we have 15, we can choose to at least get you 10 or 11 of them in your district to put in for this application if y'all decide to move forward with it. So I know we talked about it. It sounded like everybody had some interest in it. And if we do it, I would say 10 to 15 structures.
So you said without asbestos, 5,000.
Yes, sir.
With asbestos, 2,000.
10,000. 10,000 with.
10,000 with?
Yes, sir.
So,
to have it abated, to have it properly removed.
So if you got a house that you're tearing down and it has asbestos in it, so you gotta get somebody to check each house.
Yes.
So
Yes,
they
sir.
gotta check each house and tell you whether they got asbestos in it.
That's right.
And then the price goes from 5,000 to 10,000.
If it has it, yes, sir. To get it removed properly and disposed of. It's got to go to a hazardous landfill. It has to be all properly disposed of. It cannot be disposed of like the rest of the structures. So get all the asbestos out, dispose of it, and then you can continue on with the demolition.
Your grant covers all that?
The grant does cover that, yes, sir.
How much blighted property do we have, do you know of?
Would you say blighted, Mr.
In the parish?
Parish.
In the
Not
rural?
not the.
We've got 108 cases right now.
108.
But I'm misspoken on that. Some of that have already been cleaned up. 30 of that 108 has already been cleaned up. So what I did start doing, Jacob, I started taking the ones that were condemnation properties, and I moved them into a whole separate folder. And I think it's around close to 30 I have already, because that were complaints that came in as a condemned house that needed to be condemned. It's either a house that's halfway burnt or whatever.
And so on the minimum side, on the minimum structures, you're gonna need about 20 of them to fit the grant. So if we do just $150,000, you'd be looking at 20 structures. So 30 is good, you know, you at least have more than the minimum in order to.
Get way more than that.
Yeah.
That's just complaints I'm making.
And I wanted to tell you about.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yes, sir.
A house that, you know, let's say we're tearing it down and it's on a slab. What happens to the slab?
It gets removed.
You take it out?
Yes, sir.
The slab get removed also?
Yeah. Everything's cleaned up.
That's a grant.
Everything's gone.
It's just a grass or.
Dirt lot that gets seed fertilized and.
So do you have to get in touch with the state to come in and get somebody to do that asbestos?
We hire someone to inspect it for asbestos. The grant will pay for that. Then we bid it out and we give them the asbestos report. So then they have to get someone that's certified to do asbestos abatement and to actually give them a quote. Usually the contractor has his quote, and then he has whoever's going to do the asbestos or abatement to sub under him. So. Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So.
Sounds very good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it can really help out. And that's due in December, so although we have some time, the sooner we get going, the better. And if you have them condemned already, that just looks better for the grant, because you're ready to move forward with demolition. It's all about removing them, that's what they want to do. So if it's already condemned, if y'all happen to go through that process, me and Barry talked about it, that would be his, I think, goal, is to hopefully get them condemned.
The ordinances, the condemnation ordinances state that it can either be an engineer, the hearing officer, or the litter abatement officer can condemn a house. That's what the parish
Yes.
ordinance is.
Yes.
So Marksville got the grant?
Yes, sir.
What is the landowner, doesn't have to pay anything?
In this case, they do not. We cannot file a lien on the property for the cost that it will cost us to condemn it, which, I mean, we're getting it through the grant, but that's part of the grant program. They don't allow us to put a lien like y'all would normally do when you condemn and demo a structure. You typically file a lien on the property for whatever cost the police jury incurs, but you can't do that under the CDBG program, clearance program.
So what sets the difference? Like, if it's outside of the demolition grant money, and the parish is gonna do it and build it for it, and then the other guy, it's done with state grant money, and yet they get away with no lien on it. So, I mean, it just doesn't seem like something right.
It's just the way the grant is. They do not.
So how do you go from taking a property and getting it past the jury doing it to getting it on grant money? How do you?
Just get the grant. And once we get the grant, we can do it. If the police jury condemned the property and didn't tear it down, now you can't tear it down before we get the grant, you know. But basically, if y'all had it ready to be torn down, you had it condemned, and we get the grant, we can go now start. We get bids and.
My question is, if you're in the decision making, and here's two properties, how do you decide that one's gonna be on grant money and the other one is gonna be built?
Oh.
How do you make that decision?
It would be up to the jury. As long as it's a condemnable structure, it can be included in the grant. So it just has to be a hazard to the public, a public safety issue. It can't be just, they haven't painted their house and.
You have to let the grant take care of your condemned properties in the parish.
Yes.
You give everybody a fair chance. You can't say, Steve, you're gonna tear yours down, we're gonna bill you for it. Or we got a grant for
Yeah.
rent right here to, you get a free job.
Yeah.
So the jurors gonna have to make a decision with this grant that we may get.
We'd have to.
Hold all your condemned properties until we see when you get the grant, and if we do get the grant, then you can put that list that you have on it. And any future properties that come up.
And strictly focus on nuisance and blighted properties. Right. With the jury portion of it.
So condemned properties would have precedent, would have preference.
Yeah, they would have to be condemned for us to demolish them under this structure. I mean, under this grant.
Okay.
Okay. That's all I have. If y'all have any questions.
Any questions, Jacob?
Any other questions?
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank y'all.
All right, Mr. Rhett, Pan American.
Good evening, Mr. President, jurors, ladies and gentlemen. Rhett Tassell with Pan American. Our roadway program for 2025 is still hanging around, but we got the paperwork signed today, and we'll send in the drawdown request pretty quick and the quarterly reports sometimes next week.
I'm sorry, what was that?
We'll send in the quarterly reports and the drawdown requests for the 2025 program.
For Treasury?
Yes.
So y'all couldn't do it uploaded to the portal?
I will upload it to the
Okay.
portal. I just got him to sign.
Okay.
I just got him to sign the drawdown
Well, I know,
request.
but I've been asking for quite some time now, and I just want to make sure it's going to be done.
Yeah, we got it all signed. We just settled on how we were gonna pay for each project the
Well, I
last
know,
month.
but
And we had put together drawdown requests and quarterly reports with different funding scenarios before and got them signed. We had to toss those and start over. Any other questions about that? The road improvement program for Richer Road and Business Loop. We just got the contract documents. I picked them up this evening. They're signed and processed. We'll be setting up a pre-construction conference probably next week to get it done. Kevin brought y'all up to date on y'all bridge projects, so I'm not going to repeat that. Next thing is the buildings and facilities, the multipurpose recreational educational complex. We opened bids on March 2nd. Our engineer's estimate was $4,041,000. We received 6 bids. The low bid was from Bayou Rapids Corporation, and the base bid plus the additive alternate number 1 was in the amount of $3,976,160 and no cents. And that'll be, once y'all review that, which we prepared a draft resolution for y'all to vote on next meeting. Once y'all accept it, it'll have to go to facility planning and control to have them approve it. And once that's done, we'll start the process of awarding the contract and moving forward with the project.
You talking about this building facilities right here?
Yes, sir.
I got a problem with number 4.
Number 4.
And I've talked to Brandon about this, and I may be unclear, and maybe y'all can help me clear it. From the get-go, I thought we didn't have any matches or anything. And now, you got $3 million and a match required. And what's that match?
Well, I know it's been discussed about using the rental property value or something. I just know right now, the way it's written in the bill, it says, this is copied straight out the bill that's current right now. So I can't answer exactly how that's going to be
What kind
handled.
of match you have, Mr. Darrell?
that's probably the standard
Well, it's
25%.
yeah, it's
Well,
probably
we
25%.
signed a letter. I
750.
didn't want to sign, but the way it was told to me by Brandon, if we didn't have the funds, we could back out of it any time. What was it? I don't have it.
It was $750 on the $3 million, and he said if we didn't, we tried to do the waiver, and that wasn't accepted, so we did the letter, and he said if we didn't have the funds to match it, we could back out.
We could back out.
But that's not in writing. It's just saying that we could, but do we have that in there written down that we can?
So we talking about $750,000?
That's right.
I never was, I mean, I know I'm only one of 9, but I never was told, Mr. Darrell, either that it was any match.
Well, that's why the last time this came up, I remember asking about this match.
And I remember that would be money by the casino to keep up the
But that's
facility
not
for
gonna-
10 years.
That's right.
And then I know the state representative worked on the money to get, to build this facility. That's all I knew.
But
I'll-
now,
I can check on the details of the match and be prepared to discuss that before y'all bring up the motion at the next meeting.
I mean,
Yeah,
Jamie, there's no wiggle room, sure, the general fund to start doing any kind of match.
No, I
Some
mean-
No.
maybe $500.
Well, that was the thing.
not for $750.
They sent me a letter to sign.
That's
and-
why I said
and
last time, there's just no way we can.
Doesn't have the match on there?
I don't
Well-
know, I'd have to find out, I ain't got time to look for it now, but that's something we're gonna have to.
I think it was
We're gonna have to
established,
discuss that, man.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3 had no match, but then
Correct.
4 has the match. And like I
Yeah.
said, I inquired about it before and I was just brushed
Yeah,
off.
1, 2, and 3 are House bill money, so there's no match. 4 is capital outlay funds, and there normally is a 25% match. I know we've gone back and forth with that, but I don't
Okay.
know that it's been conclusively decided
That's a
in
bridge
in
we'll have to
writing.
cross.
How long is the project gonna take to complete, Brett?
Probably a little over a year, I think we have. We probably had the contract time right at a year. It's close to a year for completion. And there's enough money, we had 2 additives. The first additive was for the bathrooms, concession, structure, and the second additive was for the bleachers. There's not enough money for the second additive, to award the second additive. So that'll have to come at a later date.
The bleachers around.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking about, it seemed like that was in the letter.
The bleachers around the
The
ballpark or
bathrooms, I
around the
think.
arena?
Around the ballpark.
They just wouldn't.
This is just for the ballparks. Again, we had 2 additives. The first one was for structure for the bathrooms, concessions, press boxes and things like that. We have enough money to award the base bid and additive 1. Additive 2 was for bleachers, and there's not enough money currently allocated to be able to award
Bring your
that.
folding chair.
As far as grants and funding requests, the only thing we have is item 4. We still haven't heard back from LCDBG. the
Mr. Ray,
public-
if you don't mind, can we go back to this recreational complex? I just want to clarify, when you say we have enough money to award the bid, is that is the number 4? of
Included
this?
in that?
Is that
Yes.
what? So by saying that we're going to award it, knowing that we don't have the match, that's actually not a fair representation, is it?
Well, we'll have to get that cleared up before y'all vote.
Vote on Tuesday.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So why did we bid this out? We didn't know nothing about the $750,000.
Oh, I asked.
Huh?
I
But we
asked
was,
in an open meeting.
We had the match.
I asked more than one time.
I will find out
Mhm.
something in writing or let you know there's nothing in writing. But if you add up 1, 2, 3, and 4,
That makes the total.
it comes up to $4.6 million.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
total.
what
Of that, the construction was estimated to be right at $4 million.
I just wanted to make sure that's what I
And the
thought.
bid is under that construction amount. So, but I will find out definitively and let the jury know about the match
Can we get
requirement.
something in writing if it's going to
Yes.
be waived?
Yes, no, we'll
Perfect.
definitely get something in writing. The only other thing is the public facilities application that we sent in, we still haven't heard anything on that grant application submittal, which is item number 4. Questions?
Thank you.
Okay.
Y'all dismissed, if y'all wanna leave. All right, we'll move to the business part of the agenda. First up, we got Mr. Parish, the solar farm ordinance.
Yeah, a little bit of background. We applied, we asked the AG on 2 or 3 occasions to give us a ruling on whether they were gonna accept our permit as an ordinance. And we've gotten absolute crickets from them, so we're assuming they're not going to. So we took the solar farm permit that the jury already voted on, that's in place, and we took out the language of the fees and the, some of the permit office work. But the permit is still gonna be in place once the solar farm is started. So what we're asking for is to vote on the ordinance, go through the process of the committee meetings and everything, and make it into an ordinance, so the state will allow us to use our ordinance rather than the state's ordinance. Because our ordinance is very much more friendly to the solar farm people than the state's is. And it allows us to collect the permit fees. So that's what this is about. We didn't change any language, we just subtracted some language. It's still in place in the permit, so the language is still available, but it's not gonna be in the ordinance.
Okay. Questions?
So Sam, you took the fees out of the ordinance? Was that the
Yes,
permit?
Yes.
yeah, they don't need to be in the ordinance.
Gotcha, yeah.
The permit will still apply, though.
They just transferred everything into an ordinance format.
Gotcha, I see now.
All right, 2 and 3, dealing with moving and appointing people to the Zach Taylor Association. Anybody want to take those? All right, Alan, well, he's on tourism.
Yeah, this is through the Tourist Commission also.
Okay.
I'll move Corey Roblin from the Zachary Taylor Association to the Zachary Taylor Commission. He's going to be replacing Mr. Carlos Mayu, who passed away, as everybody knows. And then to appoint Natalie Roblin to the Zachary Taylor Association to replace Corey Roblin. And Natalie has been working with all of those commissions for the last few years. So she's very familiar with them.
Okay.
The Roblin Association.
It's a Roblin Association.
You might as well take 4 and 5 too, Mr. Thomas Wade.
Yeah, we want to reappoint Mr. Wilbert Carmouche, Chairman of the Tourist Commission, back to the Chafalaya Trace Commission, which Chafalaya Trace Commission is supplying some of the funding for some of our historical markers and other things. He's been serving on that commission for several years. And on number 5?
Yeah, go ahead.
We had a health insurance meeting, committee meeting last week, and our advisors have gotten us a reduction from Blue Cross, and we decided to keep Blue Cross, or recommend keeping Blue Cross. Blue Cross actually came in with a 7% increase, which would have put them higher than some of the other bidders, and it was negotiated down by our advisors down to 2% increase, which is in line with our usage, which is at a 68% level on our health insurance. A lot of groups are way over 100%. Ours is at 68%, which justified a much lower rate by Blue Cross. So we're making a recommendation to keep Blue Cross with a 2% increase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Questions? All right. Number 6, we'll have a public hearing on the 1 acre lot ordinance at the regular meeting. What time we'll set that at? 4:45?
It's already, I think it's at 4:40.
4:40?
It's already been advertised. It's set for
Okay, so
Tuesday.
4:40, guys.
Can we do the solar also? The public hearing, does it have to be advertised
Oh,
first?
no, we have to advertise
Gotta
it. What you're
advertise
gonna do is you're going to introduce this.
Okay.
That's all you, and then
Tuesday, then we're
that's
gonna
to have
ask
the
for advertising.
meeting. Okay. All right, number 7, Mark's gonna read, memorial resolution to Twine. Pam's gonna be here.
Yeah, did y'all get in
Yes, sir,
touch with
I
the
have.
wife and?
Mr. Joey contacted the family to let him know.
I'm gonna
Can we maybe think about moving that up on the agenda?
I can.
Yeah,
Put it-
first
Put
thing.
it first, yeah.
Sure. Not a
Let's
problem.
move that first.
7 to 1?
I'm gonna move it to
Right.
1. Mm-hmm.
That way if they need to go, they can go.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
All right, number 8 and 9, Mr. Thomas.
We have two more pieces of property that we have buyers for adjudicated property. The first one is Mr. Lloyd Robinson. That's a piece of property in the Echo area. And then the other one is Miss Lydia Bradford. That's a parcel that we have in Cottonport. And,
They're adjoining landowners, Mr. Allen?
I'm sorry?
These two properties, are these people adjoining landowners?
Yes, they are. Miss Lydia Bradford owns the property on one side of this property, and we got
The Robin-
nothing from the other landowners. And the piece in Echo is Mr. Robinson is an heir on the properties that surround it. So he's trying to keep it all within his family.
It's in Echo?
In
It's in Eola.
Eola, I'm sorry, the Eola area.
Yeah, because Echo is in Rapides
Yeah,
Valley.
it's in Eola, sorry.
Which one is,
Item 10, we'll need a motion to appoint Scott Williams as Commissioner on the Board Commission. Board for 4 years. All right, Jacob, take care of that. Put him down. All right, number 11, we need a motion to authorize the President to sign the intergovernmental agreement with the Office of Veteran Affairs. You put Mr. Allen or Miss Ingrid, either one of those. All right, y'all note here, I guess we got something we need to discuss. Items 12 to 15 are recommendations from the Ward 3
I'm sorry,
District
should have
Board.
been Ward 3, not
Water 3,
water.
3 water. All right.
Water.
Reserve statute 3813 in your packet. Mr. Riddle advises the following law. So I guess somebody want to talk about this, Mr. Allen, you want to talk about this?
We discussed this last year with Mr. Riddle, and the last sentence in that paragraph B on the law says that thereafter, all commissioners shall serve at the pleasure of the authority which appointed them. The only part of the law that applies to appointing those commissioners by recommendation is the initial commission that was appointed when the Ward 3 Water District was started back in 1969. And thereafter, the commissioners serve at the pleasure of the authority which appointed them, which is the police jury. Therefore, this was the way it was explained to me last year by Mr. Riddle. And apparently, Mr. Riddle is saying something slightly different today. So I'm going to have a discussion with him to make sure we're on the right page before we
Tuesday,
make
before we
these,
vote on it, okay?
before
Last
we make
year-
these appointments.
Last year, this came up.
Yeah.
That is correct. And last year, we appointed the person they recommended. You had an appointment last year,
Right.
and we didn't appoint that person. We appointed the recommendation of the board. And we have appointed the recommendation of the board
Well-
since this has went into effect in what, 74? 74? So if it's not broke, why try to fix it?
Because we had made another recommendation and the board would not even hear us on that recommendation. I've also called and I went to the office and asked that the president call me back, and she has not done so at all. I have not heard from her. And they apparently are trying to put somebody on the board, which I have no problem with, who is a next-door neighbor to another member of that same board,
Well, Mr.
instead of spreading the membership of their board throughout the Ward 3 district.
With all due respect, Mr. Allen, you tried to do the same thing last year. You tried to put Jonah's neighbor on the board, didn't you?
No.
What was the guy's name? You tried to put on the board. That was Jones' neighbor.
No,
Calvin.
last year.
Calvin, you tried to put Calvin, didn't you?
Yes, but last
Calvin is
year.
known as
the-
neighbor, right?
The appointment was actually for Miss Ingrid to make last year.
But you tried to make the appointment.
Well, that was because we were in between having.
But didn't you try to
a
put
juror.
Calvin? Didn't you try to put Calvin, which is Miss
Well, that
Jones'
was a
neighbor?
recommendation that was
Yes,
made.
well,
But Miss Ingrid had a
what makes it
different.
different this time?
So let's
This
just-
time,
let's just
these
be-
are all my appointments.
Okay, let me clarify, with all these appointments, or these recommendation for appointments are coming from the water board itself?
Yes.
It's
Okay.
been coming
They're
from the water
emailed,
board.
they haven't heard.
Haven't it been coming from the board, Miss Jamie, for over how many years?
I've been here for 11 years and they always.
Mr. Thomas, which one, which one, is it Milligan or
Milligan,
Yes,
Snyder, did you?
They wanted Mr. Milliken because he had experience in this field. That's
Right,
why they
and
did it.
he's a next door neighbor to another member of that board.
But you tried to do the same thing last year.
No, I did not try to do the same thing last
You
year.
didn't try to put, that guy on the board? That was Miss Jones' neighbor?
Just, talk with
Didn't
him, talk to Mr. Riddle, see what he tells you.
I'm gonna find out from
And then,
Mr. Riddle.
we'll have it down if we need to table it or whatever. come
The
Tuesday
other
night.
appointment, Ms.
Miss
Ingrid,
During the time it was my husband.
is,
yeah, but she's
yeah,
gonna make.
that was all in that time.
She's gonna
What's the
make.
guy named Calvin? Calvin what?
I don't
Calvin
know
Smith.
this.
Calvin, that was Miss Jones' neighbor, that you tried to put last year. But then, this year, you gotta, but we can't do it.
John DeQueer's neighbor?
Yeah.
Johnny Rogers and.
No, Calvin lives close by, that's her neighbor.
Not
Yes,
that
I do.
close. They're about a mile apart or maybe
No,
more.
sir. No, sir. She told
Okay,
me-
well, you check with, Mr. Riddle.
Miss Ingrid can still do her.
Yes, Todd Saucier, that's Miss Ingrid,
The other three are yours?
yes.
Okay, so you have three, okay.
Donald, Harlan, and Miss Jones.
Okay, we'll wait to, we'll decide Tuesday, I guess, what you if you like what you hear or what you don't like, if you don't like it. All right, number 16, AT&T's requesting payment for a line on Beto Street, Hesmer, for $260.17. Go ahead.
Let me take that one.
Mm-hmm.
Bedu Street in Hesper, we were helping the town replace a culvert. And the phone cable was laying on top of the culvert, and I explained to AT&T, we did not cut this cable with our equipment. When we tried to pull the old culvert out, it was laid so tight on top of that old rotten culvert, it tore it, it broke it.
I can believe
You
that.
know? So, we had some very choice words, myself and the AT&T representative on that one. And I sent the email to our ADA to see what we should do, or what if, if they can even hold our feet to the fire. You know, I asked the lady, I said, give me the permits that you would have gotten to lay your utilities inside of Parish right away, because the village has no records of any permitted utilities inside of their right of way. You know, which nothing can be found.
It was located, okay?
Yeah, it was located. We exposed it. But when we grabbed the culvert to try to work it out from underneath the line, it tore the line. The old culvert was rotten. You know, and then so the AT&T representative tells me, well, when you have something like that, you're supposed to stop your job and call us, and we'll send a representative out. I said, man, we've got a street open trying to change the culvert. I can't stop that job for a month, and that's how long it takes y'all to come out. You know.
Was 811 involved in any of this?
Oh yeah, they marked it. They marked it. We found the line. We exposed the line, and when we, it was just laid so tight on top of the culvert. You know. So then I was told that we have no jurisdiction to tell them where they can lay their utilities. And I said, ma'am, would you please repeat that? And she did, so I wrote it down in my notebook word for word. And I said, yes, ma'am, we do have authority. She said, no, you have to contact your county for that. I said, man, we are the county. You know? But anyway.
It's also some people far away.
Yeah, the bill started out at $500 something dollars, huh, Jamie? It's
What they gonna do if we don't?
double of this. So she offered a reduction of 50% on the bill to $260.17. And all she wanted to know was when I was gonna pay it. I said, ma'am, I can't authorize that payment. That's up to the jury, you know. That's for the jury to
The
decide.
same government that's not doing this.
It's up to y'all.
I don't either. That's what I was saying. If we don't pay it, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, it's up to y'all, whatever y'all wanna do.
What about on Kelly DeLoach? That one's pretty
I
high.
say
Yeah,
no.
I said that in my report. That one's no.
Yeah.
They said disregard, Kelly DeLoach, they said disregard the bid.
I say no because their services are terrible anyway.
Well, it's totally up to y'all, I mean.
That's a
Mark
fiber
beside-
line or just a?
That was just like a 25 there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was called.
It's already got an $1,800 phone bill.
Which I think,
I don't know if y'all wanna leave it on for
wanna leave
vote.
it on there or what?
Yeah, we just well deal with
Yeah,
it.
vote
We can
no.
vote no on that or yeah. Yeah. We'll
Just
vote
say
no or
yeah,
yeah on
they're not
this, yeah.
paying it.
All right, number 17, motion to adopt a resolution recognizing McKinley Keller service to PJ, which is 44 years. Greg, you want to handle that?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Good.
I think,
You'll read it.
yeah. All right, number 18, review floor and paint quotes for the third floor.
Yes, sir, I have those in the packet. There's only one response for painting. Apparently, nobody wants jobs anymore. But I did receive, and it's in the packet towards the back, I received 3 for the flooring. There's Ravele's Flooring. They are licensed and insured. They've done work here before. There's another one from a Jason Boardlawn. His estimate's here. I've not had any dealings with him in the past. And then there's another one from Corey Norman. I do not believe they are actually a licensed, like, large company, but nonetheless. Then there's another one from Boardlawn Floors, but it's way more than what I received from Rabelais. And then the next page is from Stephen Grimion for painting.
Mark, did they pour the carpet back?
Huh?
Yes,
Did they pour the carpet back? It's concrete?
we did. There is some
Right.
spots is concrete, but then some is the terrazzo.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it would, to try to get all that glue off, would be.
What kind of flooring they quoting?
So, Rabelais is gonna do a commercial, wood floor, and it's gonna have like a pad underneath so that it's
It's like
not
a
loud.
laminate or wood?
It's wood, it's a laminate.
Is that what we have in the judge's office now?
Yeah,
They show-
like what Judge Brewer has, because naturally they know how the sound affects
Yeah,
their
wood
recording.
would have made a lot of noise.
Yeah. So, Rabelais gave the estimate for that, and it's a commercial flooring. And,
Well, we want
his-
somebody that's licensed
License,
contractor.
yeah, license.
Yeah, well, Rabelais is, they've done work, for us here. The others, I don't know who they are. But Rabelais is 10,247, that's that's everything. That's material, labor, installation. And then we have the one from the Boardline guy, that's 11,2, but it's very vague. I mean, it's just labor, material, moving vending machines. His is 11,2. And then there's one for 12,050, engineered wood plank boards. And then we have Boardlawn flooring, and he wants to remove and dispose of existing carpet. And I think he's referring to inside of the courtrooms, which we don't want to do right now. We just want to do the hallways for now, and then move on maybe in a couple of months to do the inside of the courtrooms. And his was 17,190. So if you want to go by lowest bidder, it'll be Rabelais.
How much?
Rabelais is 10,247.78.
But the only thing they extra now was the hallway, didn't they, Mr. Mark?
Yes, sir. The hallways and
That's the only thing.
the sides by the elevators.
Yeah, the little
And then
sitting
Mis-
area and all.
Yeah, and then Mr. Grimion, he's licensed and insured also, and he's done some work for us before, and he would like to do it, the only time he can really would be after the courthouse closes to paint.
Yeah, he does a lot of after work.
Yes, he does.
After hours work.
Yeah. So if y'all want to
Then Mr. Mark can make that
approve
motion.
it,
He can make that motion
Okay.
Tuesday night. yeah.
all right, Mr. Mark, all right.
I won't get with him, go over it again.
Sure.
For y'all. Present
Not
it.
a problem.
All right, number 19, discuss hiring a code enforcer to assist with the tire ordinance. You wanna take that, Jake?
Yeah, so, the committee met, we met again this afternoon, and the committee recommended, to the jury to request, hire a code enforcer as personnel to drop a scope and, set the salary. And Sam will touch on it.
Yeah, we kind of overwhelming Barry, and this is somebody that will help him with his issues, especially since we introduced the tire ordinance. It's really gotten, it's really gotten more than too much work for one person.
All right, did y'all throw out a salary?
We'll, defer to the, personnel, and we can meet with them and kind of do a joint thing, do a description together. And,
Y'all gonna do a job description?
yeah.
Yeah.
We do a joint committee meeting, we can do with the personnel.
All we want tomorrow, all we want Tuesday night is the right to start the
Right,
process.
and Ms. Inger, you'd have to look for a date that you can do that, so.
Oh, y'all just wanna start the process?
Yeah, just, yeah.
Mr. Barry, how long have you been on the job?
Last October.
25.
Mr. Travis?
No.
I'm sorry.
24?
Say code enforcement?
November 24th.
And hiring somebody, Mr. Darrell? Jacob, who, I don't know who come up, a code enforcement person?
Well, we changed in the title. It's just a different, he's not gonna have a specific job.
Well, you gotta have a specific job, huh?
He helped with that.
He'll have one of 3 or 4 potential jobs.
Would it be a job description?
A job description,
Yeah.
but not a title.
Yeah, they don't even have to.
You have a description in mind, which preliminary?
We discussed other things that may be coming up in the future. I don't want to speak anything that hadn't come to light yet, but
Yeah.
if there's other, maybe some additional duties that this position, so that all the other parishes, that's what they call the people, is code enforcement officers. That's what they call them. So that any parish employee can enforce any parish ordinance.
Okay.
So that's just what they call it.
And we're not asking to hire Tuesday night, we're asking to move forward with the process, meet with personnel, to draft up a job description and set the salary. Then we'll go back to the jury again before we advertise it.
Then you have to advertise, okay.
I was just wondering, just ask you guys, I thought that's why Barry was hired. And that was for litter, code, help with some, building permits. If Barry saw someone, maybe that didn't have a permit. I thought when we discussed this last year, or as long as Barry's been here, I thought that's what his job was supposed to be.
It is.
And you're saying you're that busy?
And Jim wants to comment on
I
that.
don't know if you've read the tire ordinances, but that's a full-time job.
And that was only instituted a few months ago when Barry was hired.
You gotta keep
We
up with
weren't even talking
manifest
about tires.
and
Well, he was doing tires, wasn't he?
I'm just picking up tires.
Picking them up, just a lot more involved.
There's not more.
This is gonna be a guy going out to all the tire dealerships, keeping track of their inventories, making sure they have the right permits, but, making sure they're actually using, permitted transporters. They're bringing the tires to the right places and not throwing them on the side of the road where they're ending up now.
And how many of those places we have in the parish?
That are legal or
Yeah.
illegal?
Got
It's probably
more
about 50-50.
illegal.
I think there's more illegal than legal.
Yeah.
Is there any return on investment as far as that person or?
Not really. It's just to clean up some of these.
Could that maybe be part,
All over the parish.
maybe could that be part-time?
Because you're gonna have.
That's what I was gonna throw out.
You're gonna have a person now that's good, they know is gonna be coming to their facility at any given time. They can walk in and say, I need to see your paperwork.
Well, Mom, I say part-time, I don't think you need to pay somebody 8 hours if he can work a couple hours a day on certain things. I mean,
Well, that'll be up to the,
yeah, that's
that'll
something
be
y'all
up to
can
the
think about.
personnel.
Yeah.
We got a ways to go with this, right?
Okay.
And we got a ways to figure out what we're gonna have this person for. Let's just go forward and work on it,
Can you
Let's
just,
let-
can you
let's
just
think
email
it
me
through
some
real
of
well
the-
also now when you start talking money,
Yeah,
you know.
but that's what they're saying they're gonna do. This is
Okay.
just an introduction.
All right.
Introduction 101.
I'm ashamed only for 2 years because of Barry. I can't imagine another.
I thought when I
Go ahead,
said,
Miss
The
Inger.
lady would like to see.
Go ahead, I'm
Can you,
sorry.
can you just send me an email, what you was just telling me, that way I can try and make up like a little job description and things like that, that way I can just form it together get with AI and we can spit
I thought
something
we
out.
was voting to
Okay.
hire somebody.
Okay.
All right, we good with that. All right, number 20, moving on, planning commission recommends reducing new construction permit fees by 25% for churches and schools and to add nonprofit organizations. Current permit fee is $35 flat. We have our president. You want to go over that, Steve?
Well, we went over this at the last planning commission, and we decided at the time to, lower the fee by 25% for churches, schools, nonprofit life safety organizations. Not all nonprofit organizations, just nonprofit life safety organizations. Public safety or life safety, you know, firemen, sheriff's office. But after the fact, after we had our meeting, it was discovered, and I think Marcus found it, that we do have a permit fee that allows schools and churches, construction permit fee for those two organizations, as we speak now, are $35. And that was one of the big hassles of cutting the fee for the project that's going on in the Bay Hills. Now, this is for educational, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The permit fee that's in place now, educational, school.
$35?
Right.
It just says schools.
Schools and churches. And I know we recommended to lower the fee by 25%, but if we already have that permit fee set in place, then we
You
gotta,
mean add public safety?
we gotta live by it. You know, now we can always add the,
So, I asked that, there was add to that list, to the flat rate fee, public safety organizations.
But if the flat rate fee is already 35 and you reduce it by 25%, what do you need, $7?
No.
The
Keep
thing,
it 35, just add on the
Okay.
public
yeah,
safety.
leave it
Yeah.
at $35
Okay.
and just add on the
Public safety.
Okay.
public safety people for those organizations.
Okay.
The
And that'd be the-
$35.
Actually, that's a new recommendation. then.
Correct.
Because it's not gonna be as it reads now.
No,
because it's-
change it to what he said.
Right.
The
So take
$35
off
was
reducing-
discovered after that was passed by the
Okay,
planning
gotcha.
commission.
You got it?
Reducing this, perfect,
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
And this is for, like, in this instance, is for educational facilities only.
All right.
Now, with the project that's going on, Fire Marshal has determined that one facility is educational, one is industrial. So
Okay.
that's gonna be another hassle with the amount of money to be charged.
You got an agenda with you? Number 21, go ahead and take number
Okay.
21 and 22, that's what we're talking
yeah.
about. Planning Commission requests determination at the Culinary Arts Building in the Bay Hills.
Correct, and I think Robert is still reviewing the plans.
Okay.
Rapids Area Planning Commission is still reviewing the plans. April says she has some preliminary
I do.
stuff from Robert, what he thinks it should be.
Well, we have what's on the engineered plans, what they classified it as, and we have what the fire marshal classified he's building as. So building A, we have listed as the Career Academy. According to the engineered plans, a little over 9,000 square feet of that is factory industrial, a little over 7,000 feet is educational. Per the fire marshal report, it's all educational, and that's building A. Building B, we have as the arena. The engineered plans say assembly, and fire marshal says assembly as well. So basically, building A is, according to the engineered plans, kind of half and half, factory, industrial, and educational. Per the fire marshal, it's all educational.
So is that the Culinary Arts Building?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So how,
who do you go with?
yeah, how we gonna make this motion?
It's really,
I mean, it's
It's just
fire marshal
fire
trumps.
marshal says educational.
I mean, why don't you
But
just
then
say it's all
we scratch this.
educational?
We don't
need it.
We don't need
We
to act
don't
on
need
it.
it.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll take it off.
Take it off.
I was just copying what you've given me.
The fire marshal's gonna be the one signing the paper.
That's fine, we'll just take that.
Yeah, that-
All right, number
that
22 is, y'all recommending charging for a reconnect permit. After the storm inspector will inspect to determine if damage to the meter is storm related. If so, consider waiving. Customer has 5 business days to request a refund. Current policy, it's only waived for a named storm. Okay?
Right, what we did here is the recent little weather event that we had, they had several of them in the Bunkie area, I think, that had some damages to their meter services. Planning Commission came up with this idea to, go ahead and charge them, get the permit, get FLECO in there, let them get their power hooked back up. Then Robert will make the round, he has to go inspect everything. And he'll go around and determine if it was caused by the storm or not. If it was caused by the storm, we refund the permit fee that we charge for.
He told me the name storm kinda got
They got,
thrown to the side,
Right.
said, based on weather reports of
correct.
that were determined if it's storm, like a tornado or
Yeah,
a
we
straight
had
line
tornado
wind.
evergreen and,
Yeah.
but it's not named.
Okay. So basically, we're gonna make a motion to, like it says right there.
So it's only be a named storm? you're saying?
No, no, no.
No, name storm,
Any-
throw that out.
Put it out,
Yeah.
okay.
I was just putting that for reference.
That came in insurance with the hurricanes and
Yeah.
stuff, I think.
So the tornadoes, they,
Tornado, straight line
Tornado,
winds,
straight line
if
winds.
there's a weather report,
Yeah.
say the night before and it comes through and hits an area,
And Joey OEP can confirm that for
I
us
think we
also.
had a lot years ago that would just, I don't know what would happen to their meter box, but they would say, oh, the weather got bad, and it really, there was no bad weather.
Well,
I
that's,
don't know.
that's why it came up again, because
Yeah.
the last time, a couple weekends ago, we had
They
a
would tear it
tornado.
off the house.
The following week, we had a bunch of people coming and.
and they all said it was storm
When we
related,
got out
but.
there, it was, they rewired their whole house.
That's right.
I had somebody call today and said, hey, my power got knocked out from the tornado.
Today.
So, but
Could've
Robert
been
can
that
tell.
earthquake.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert's gonna make, he said he'd make a call, but
They've been without
they'll
their
still
power.
pay it.
Right,
If-
pay
if-
it,
Right,
and
that
refund
earthquake.
it. Now, to be clear on the school permit fee,
Okay,
they're it's gonna be considered an educational project, so they charge a $35 permit fee, correct?
Or is that just for building A?
that's what you said.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only
That's what you,
education.
okay, that's what the fire marshal said.
the other
Whatever the fire
building
marshal
is
recommends.
industrial.
And
We're going
then
with the fire marshal.
Rapids Area Planning Commission still charges their regular fee.
That's correct.
Okay? So we tried to do the best we could. Marcus, relay that back to the school board.
Okay.
And for the record, to be clear, when it comes to Red River and they go and inspect them, that is per Act 12.
Correct.
That is not the police
That's
jury
right.
mandating an inspection just to be nosy or.
Right.
And I asked those questions and we had that with the engineers and we talked and I didn't understand either, but just for the record, that's Act 12. So if people have problems with that,
Go to
or the
the
school
state.
board does for whatever reason, I guess go up the chain of the feds and find out about Act 12. It's not the
Well,
police
you-
jury.
You should have been here when Act 12 was put in place.
Right.
When it first came
No,
up,
but people think that it's a police jury
Yeah,
that's
they do.
making
They
inspection. It's
always-
not, it's Act 12.
You got to bring the
Alright.
cops over here.
We're
Cool.
moving on, moving on to number 23,
That's good. Let's move.
hold a public hearing April 14th at 4:45 to consider abandoning a portion of Smith Road, approximately 510 feet from 202 Smith Road to the end. Landowner has requested it. This is in my district. You want to tell them, Melissa?
Yeah, Mr. Kane,
Say
The
it.
only one.
they own all the property now. They bought everything from the last house to their house where they're building. And, he was just requesting to go ahead and abandon that section. There's a place to turn around everything at the last house on his land. And,
Okay. Okay,
there shouldn't be any other landowners objecting or anything.
Okay.
sound good.
All right, number 24, discuss hiring 2 employees for roadside litter abatement.
So I think, again, that's, the committee discussed that and recommended, send it to the personnel committee.
That's the introduction?
Correct.
All right,
Sam, was there anything on that?
That's beautification.
Beautification, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, we
Is this like,
discussed that
you
back in
think
December.
part-time employees?
Part-time, yeah.
Part-time?
Part-time.
Yeah,
And
we-
who's gonna be their supervisor and leading the crew?
What are we doing
That's
in-house
what I got.
person?
An in-house person is gonna lead them?
Yes.
Who's that gonna be? Y'all don't know yet?
We should determine right now.
Hadn't we talked about we was gonna just pull somebody from
Yeah.
the barn and
Yeah.
stuff? Somebody that we felt could supervise?
Yes.
Yeah.
The plan is to start off at a half a day a week. And if some of these judges are now getting excited about maybe being able to hand out community service, if it progresses, then we'll add to it. But for now, we're gonna do a half a day,
So basically-
1 day a week.
So it's part-time, basically.
It's part-time, yeah. And the kids don't work on Mondays, so we'll probably do it on Mondays.
Be a
And
good
let some
time.
of these high school kids work if they want to.
Ms. Jamie, I had a question come earlier. Can we hire high school students?
I don't,
If
I
they're
don't think
18.
so, they have to be 18.
Age 18.
If they're 18, so you can hire them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
age
even
18.
if they're in school,
And
but
there's
they
a lot
can't
of
be
them that are
16 and
18.
17.
Yeah, they're old in high school.
Hey, I do have somebody,
19 and 20 year olds.
and it's so many hours, I think. You know that guy?
Say that again, Kevin.
All right, number 25, Mr. Benson.
If they can get the work permit.
So we got
I have
our lift
somebody.
station, and since we put our lift station in, we hadn't done any work, and we got an all grease buildup. We need to go in there and clean the top of it, and it's gonna be around $1,500. And that's the guy, we're gonna hire the guy that
He does the maintenance.
maintains our lift station.
Mr. Clyde, does Tricia Park residents, like every other sewer system, they get charged a
We
rate?
charge them.
Supposed to.
They pay,
They don't.
They are paying?
Yeah, they
us?
pay.
They pay for
Police
water.
Yeah.
Whenever I started, when I started here 11 years ago, they were only paying $10 per house for their
20
water bill.
For water
And
no,
our,
or sewer?
they pay
I'm sorry, I'm
They pay
confused.
20 a
well,
month,
yeah,
right?
but we had to go up because that fund was in such a deficit every year. So I said, okay, well, we have to do something. Tired of getting written up by the auditor. So we went from 10 to 15 to 20, but we did it over several.
And they bill through Ward 3 water.
That's right,
district.
and
It's
this
on
gentleman
that bill
did
right there. So it's $20 per resident.
And we get those funds that come in
Yeah.
and that fixes stuff just
That's
like
right.
this?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
got you. How much does it take in a year?
It's $670, $150 a month.
671 a month? I got you.
But
that-
we
that-
normally don't have any big.
That system, we got that through a grant, right? We got that through a grant, so that didn't cost us anything.
No,
Yeah.
well, we have to keep it.
And the only thing we got left over there is try to get the pond, the silk. We got a lot of silk in the pond, but we waiting on a grant to also do that.
Yeah, we had a little issue the other day, but it was with the homeowners problem, so Mr. Stephen went out, and that's what he said, we really need to get this grease out of this brand new plant, you know, so.
That'll help.
Yeah. And we
All right.
move on?
Yeah, number 26, award recreation education complex project to low bidder, Bayou Rapids Corporation, base bid of $3,567,160.
I do, but I have a note to hold until I hear from Rick, because like we were
Yeah.
discussing that total amount.
Didn't he
You
say
know something for
3.9
you,
something million, didn't he?
He
earlier?
did.
He's right there, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said 3.9, why is it 3.5 here?
Yeah, it's
Base
base.
bid
Base bid.
plus the one added?
He gave that.
Base bid and added to.
That's right.
I follow you.
That's
Okay.
3.9.
That's
That's why I
3.9.
said base
Okay,
bid.
sound good.
All right, number 27, Mr. Thomas.
We have another sale of adjudicated property that's here in the city of Marksville, located on Felix Street. That was brought to me by the city attorney, Jonathan Gaspar. And we have a bid on it from an adjoining landowner.
All right. Number 28, why are you talking?
We have an appointment, Tracy Tossant to the Avoyelles Water District 1 for 3 years.
Okay. 29, need a motion to authorize the president to sign a letter to the treasury to request reallocation of remaining funds for 8 Carroll Farmer Road to be used on Roy Lane. That, I think that total, correct me if I'm right, Mr. Franks, $125,398.78.
I think so, sir.
Okay, that's with the money left over.
Yeah.
And so that's gonna be used there, and then we'll go through the same process, project, oversight committee, bid.
I
Or you
think
gonna-
that they might,
How we
Kevin,
gonna do it?
aren't you gonna use that money at the same time they're doing those other 2 treasury roads? That was your plan? So it doesn't have to be bidded out, you just guys are gonna go for the same tonnage and everything that you had?
Do, we wanna go through the project oversight so we can listen to it? I reckon, yeah, we're gonna do
I
that.
think you should.
Yeah, whenever y'all have your meeting, we'll come in.
Okay.
Do a project oversight meeting, come in and discuss everything with the whole project. You can do it when he has his pre-construction, I guess, whatever y'all want to do.
Yeah,
When do you do it, when,
pre-construction, probably gonna try to set it next week, within next week, if the contract.
so you won't have ours before or after?
We can discuss it at the pre-construction conference.
Okay, I'll
I
try,
can have a change order drafted that everybody can see all the future costs. But basically doing a patch and overlay. Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, I'm looking. Okay, we might could do it on the 17th, since we're already doing litter abatement, we'll find out. I'll get with y'all.
Well,
see something out.
that's a litter, panel hearing.
I know that,
Oh,
but we could have it in the morning.
okay, that's fine, I just wanted to.
I'll probably do that. Okay, anything else to be brought